So you're thinking of playing Final Fantasy XIV, but find yourself thinking, gee, what class should I play? Well, you're in luck, because I'm here to help you make that decision. Now, before we get started, the game has something called the Armory system. With this system, you're free to play any class or job on the same character, depending on the weapon you have equipped. With that out of the way, let's get started with which class should I play? Tank. First up on our list is Paladin. Paladin is the advanced job of the Gladiator class and fights with a sword and shield. Being the only tank that uses a shield, it is the only one that can block. Paladin is a tank in the purest sense, with a lot of damage mitigation control and crazy defensive buffs. In my opinion, it is the easiest tank job to learn and comes with a simple rotation that ends up being really fun. It has a decently powerful healing spell for sticky situations, can shield party members, and its invulnerability skill is widely considered the best of all tanks. Next up is the Warrior. The advanced job of the Marauder, the Warrior fights with the Great Axe. Warriors are absolute monsters in combat, offering excellent damage output, especially for a tank, some self-healing for survivability, and can take a beating in a fight. For the longest time, the Warrior was actually the worst of the two available tanks at the time due to one major flaw: its AoE. Having a cone-shaped AoE rather than a full 360 degree made it difficult for the average player to hold aggro. That has been changed as of patch 6.1, and now Warriors can easily keep up with the other tanks in the endgame. Its invulnerability skill prevents it from dropping below 1 HP, but it roots you and your target in place. Useful for those oh crap moments. Third on our list is the Dark Knight. This is one of the 3 new jobs added with the release of Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. It being a newer job, it has no starter class and starts at level 30 once you unlock it. The Dark Knight is our edgy boy and fights with the Great Sword. Of all the tanks, Dark Knight has above average mobility, allowing it to avoid damage, and can also dish out a fair amount of damage in its own right. The Dark Knight is great for tanking large groups with a lot of AoE abilities and a decent self-heal AoE that heals for a percentage of the amount of damage dealt. Its invulnerability skill is very lackluster and requires the Dark Knight to fall to 0 HP before it activates. If it is healed to max during the duration, they will revive as if nothing happened. Otherwise, they're gonna die. And finally, we have the baby of the group and my personal favorite, Gunbreaker. Based on Final Fantasy VIII's Squall, the Gunbreaker fights with the Gunblade. Releasing the Shadowbringers expansion, the Gunbreaker, like the Dark Knight, has no starter class, but will start at level 60 once unlocked. Gunbreakers are a very DPS-like tank and can output damage like most physical DPS classes. It also has the most defensive cooldowns of the 4 tanks, giving you plenty of options for defending yourself, including a skill that has a decent self-heal when it expires. It is a very active tank with a steep learning curve, so it's not recommended for players new to tanking. Its invulnerability skill drops their HP to 1 and makes them immune to all damage. Paired with its self-healing abilities, this skill, in my opinion, the second best invulnerability of all the tanks. So there you have it. A short summary of the 4 tank classes in Final Fantasy XIV. I hope this video helped you make a decision if you're thinking of tanking. If there's anything I missed or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Next time, I cover physical DPS. Thanks for watching.